Do you think?
Because men will settle.
Huh?
Men will settle. Women won't.
Say more. What do you mean?
Like if a guy has, like if they surveyed women and they said, would you go on a second date with a guy that has 80% of what you look for? Most said no. They asked the guys, would you go on a second date with a girl that has 80% of what you look for? And they're like, hell yeah! Like 80%, that's great.
Really good.
Yeah. So it's
That's
like
an A minus.
yeah.
Or a B plus.
And that's what I'm saying. Like men settle, or I don't even like the word settle, or they're just more realistic.
They're more accepting.
Right. But that's because I think men are told from a young age, like, that you ain't shit. Like, where women are told how great we are from a young age. So,
Yeah.
like, they see it as settling.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Even though it's really not a lot of the time, because that's the best you can get. Like, you wouldn't be with them.
So, yeah. So, do you think women in the past settled, or do you think women today have unrealistic standards?
Well, I think this shit's always like, you think in the 70s this shit like wasn't happening?
Yeah.
I would just say with social media, you have access to more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the paradox of choice. Like the more choices you have, the less satisfied you are with your choice.
Yeah, no, it's very true.
Yeah.
I literally cited a study that I think it was flavors of ice cream. They took two separate group of people. One group had a choice of 4 different ice cream flavors. The other group had something like 18 different choices. And the people who had less options were more satisfied with their choice. Because the other group, they would choose one, but then they'd always feel, I missed out on a flavor that could have been better for me.
Yeah.
So then in that sense, do you think women having more options today is actually hurting them?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think happens when a man has too many options?
He sleeps with all of them.
Very true. I think to a certain extent, maybe he'll be a bit discerning with a few.
I think that... no. I mean, I think, at least at first, he'll just go nuts.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like Kanye, do you look at all the...
Yeah.
I've heard horror stories about, like, rappers and stuff. Because I have friends that have actually, like... Oh my gosh, I have friends that have actually, like, slept with some really famous people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What they said to you?
That... they signed NDAs.
Oh, really?
But, like, some of them were underage when they slept with those guys.
Really?
Like, you would know the names if I told
Would
you.
they?
Yeah.
Did the girls, were they portraying themselves to be older, or did the guys know
They just
how
didn't
old?
care.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You would, if I told you some of the names, you would, like...
I'd be like, whoa.
Yeah.
That is mad. Like, men always seem to... It's weird, because when men get into positions of status, power, and influence...
Yeah.
Well, you know, they say if you want to test a man's character, give him power.
Oh, yeah.
So, do you think, for example, let's say these superstars who are sleeping with younger women or whatever, do you think that is who they are as an individual, or do you think that's part of male nature?
I mean, I think both.
It's a bit of both, yeah.
Yeah, like, everyone has some stuff they would do if they got money, right?
Yeah.
And it's partially nature, but it's also partially, like, who you are as a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, my dad is pretty wealthy, but he doesn't have hoes.
Not that you know of. No, I'm joking.
That's what everyone tells me. They're like, your dad cheats, you just don't know it.
No, how old's your dad, if you don't mind me asking?
He's, God, I was trying to remember this. He was born in 1965, so how old would that make him?
56, 57.
Yeah. He's born in
That's...
October.
He ain't got no energy for cheating. He ain't got no energy at that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you think feminism has helped women in dating?